All right, so today we are going to work on moving backwards. We are going to be given information about a graph, and we have to figure out what its equation is, as opposed to, like on the board, I gave you an equation and you gave me the graph. Okay? So, I know we have it on the board over here, but I'm going to write it on this screen just for those people who are... All right. So we have a vertical parabola when we have x minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k. And we have a horizontal parabola when the y is squared instead. Okay? P tells us what? What does P tell us? Okay, it tells us both direction and the distance for
the directrix and the focus.
Okay, the directrix and focus are both P away from our vertex. So that is going to be used to help us with our equation. Okay, sometimes it will tell us which direction the parabola opens. Sometimes we have to figure that out from the information given. Okay, let's always remember that a focus is inside the parabola and the directrix is on the outside of the parabola. Okay, let's begin. I want the standard equation of the parabola with the vertex at the origin and a focus of 2, 0. So in your notes, I would write vertex 0, 0, focus 2, 0. That would be about all you would need to write. Fair glare from the window. Not bad. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. We have a vertex at 0, 0 and a focus at 2, 0. So my first question, Connor, what direction does this open?
It opens to the right.
It opens to the right. Our focus needs to be inside of the parabola, so we know this is opening to the right. Okay, since it opens right, we know we need the horizontal equation. Y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h. Okay, if we can fill in h, k, and p, we are good to go with our equation. All right. Will, do we know h and k? What is it? What are they?
0 and 0.
Okay, since our vertex is at 0, 0, then we know k and h are 0. Then we have that 4p. Hannah, do we know what the value of p is? And how do you know that it is 2? Okay, the focus is 2 away from the vertex. Also, we know it's opening right, so that p better be a positive number. Why did I write 8? I'm thinking ahead, aren't I? Thank you for the funny looks. Okay, 2 is p, which makes our coefficient 8. Y squared equals 8x. Sorry about that. We're done. These problems will take a little less time than the ones that you had for the weekend's assignment, okay? Because it's really all about the algebra. Okay, let's do another one. I'm actually going to give you and your pod, we'll say 2 to 3 minutes to work your way through this one without my help. Okay, I have some people that missed a very important piece of this, and I feel it's because they didn't actually plot the points and they couldn't visualize what's happening. Okay? In what direction will this open down? Okay, this is going to open down. This is the focus and this is the vertex, right? It's going to open down to the vertex, the focus is inside the parabola. So it's opening vertically. We have x minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k. Please make sure that your 4p is with the linear side. Okay. Okay, Kelsey, what do you have for your equation?
I have x minus 2 squared equals -8 times y minus 8.
Okay, so our vertex is 2, 3. So there's h, there's k. Now, I saw a lot of 8s, but I did not see a lot of negative 8s. Why is it negative, Kelsey?
Goes down.
It opens down, right? It opens down, so our p better be negative. Okay, p is negative 2, which makes that coefficient negative 8. Any questions on those two examples? Okay. We've seen, I give you the vertex, I give you the focus. Let's look at an example where I give you the vertex and the directrix. No matter what, if I give you information, I think it's going to be in your best interest to graph it so you have the visual of the direction that it opens. So -2, 1 is our vertex. And x equals 1 is our directrix. Nicole, which direction would this open? Down? Like this? Is our directrix parallel or perpendicular to the axis of symmetry? Okay. Is that the case in this picture? Okay. So let's try again. What direction should it open? Like this? Are we going to run into that same trouble with our axis of symmetry? Okay. So if we want our directrix to be on the outside of our parabola, we're not vertical, we're going to be horizontal, right? So would we want to open right or would we want to open left? Okay. So we know we're opening left. We need y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h. Okay, do we know our vertex? Okay, please be careful here. This should be y minus 1 and x minus negative 2. Please make sure you put the x with the x, the y with the y. Okay. Tannen, what is our p-value? 3? P is negative 3 because we're opening left. The directrix, yes, is 3 away from our vertex, but since we're opening left, that needs to be a negative 3. And there it is. You're given the vertex and another piece of information. It's very straightforward once you have the picture visualized. Draw a picture, please. Oh, it's like you're reading my mind. Okay, so Gabe is worried. Are we going to be able to write an equation if we know the focus and directrix? What is your answer? Can we do it?
Yes.
Of course we can. So 2, 3 is our focus. You notice how I'm putting like an F or a B? So I know the difference between a focus and vertex. And y equals negative 3. Okay. Jackson, which direction would this parabola open? Okay, it's going to open up. So for sure that tells us we need to use x minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k. We need the vertex in order to be able to plug this in to our equation. Darby, do we have enough information for our vertex?
We can figure it out
And how would we figure it out?
by finding the distance between the two vectors and dividing that by 2. And then that's your y and your x is equal to x equals
Okay, our vertex better be in the middle of the focus and directrix, right? They are both equidistant from the vertex, so we can take this distance, which is what? 6, and we can cut it in half. So our vertex should be 3 away from each of those. So we can fill that piece of information in. Okay. That also can give us our p-value. Caroline, what does that make p? It makes it 3. So we have x minus 2 squared equals 12y. Okay, was that as bad as you thought? Yes, it was. Have any of these taken us a lot of time? They really have. Okay. All right. Last example, I want you to read through it, and then I'm going to give you 60 seconds to discuss. Don't do anything, just discuss what we might be able to do. I'm hearing some anxiety in your voice. Is there an issue? Gabe, what's the issue? What?
Probably didn't.
What's a key piece of information that we probably need to know? Okay, could this open up? Could this open left? Probably just need to know that, don't we? Okay, what do you want to go with? You want to open up? Okay, so I'm going to add opens up. Now talk about, again, now we have enough information. How are we going to do it? No. Okay, we know the vertex, correct? So we can at least fill that in. We know x minus 3 squared equals 4p times y minus negative 3. What we don't know is what the p-value is.
Could we flip the zeros into x and y and solve it?
Caroline asked a question. Could we put 0 in for x, 0 in for y, and solve for p? Sounds kind of nice, doesn't it? If a point is on our graph, that means it satisfies the equation. So yes, we can plug 0 in for x, 0 in for y, since 0, 0 is a point on our graph. And that should satisfy the equation. It should make a true statement, which means we can solve here for p. So we have 9 equals 12p. Do you agree with that? What?
Yes, I agree.
Oh, okay. So p is 3/4. Okay. So we have x minus 3 squared equals, don't forget we have a coefficient 4p. 4p would then become 3. Man, we're 3 crazy right here. And there's our equation. Maybe a couple extra steps in the problems before, but definitely something that you can handle without a problem. Okay, so your homework is on your gold sheet, yes?
So in problems like those, you just get to choose if it opens up or not?
No, it will tell you. It will tell you. I wanted you to think about, I don't want you to get stuck in like thinking that it's supposed to be one way. I wanted to kind of make you, I wanted to give you a little bit of anxiety because you didn't know that piece of information, and then I revealed it to you. You will know which direction it opens. Okay. All right, so your homework's on your gold sheet. Here's my advice to you. Says you. You all have a test tomorrow. Okay? You're going to want to get a good night's sleep this evening, and you don't want your head to be foggy. So if it's relaxing to do your math homework tonight, go for it. If that's not something that relaxes you, save it for tomorrow. Okay, juniors, you're out at 1 something. Sophomores, you're out at 12:15, 12:30. You have all afternoon tomorrow to do homework. Now, don't save all of your homework for tomorrow. I would do a little bit tonight, but if math is something that gives you anxiety, save it for tomorrow. If it's something that's relaxing, it would be for me probably, do it tonight. On Thursday, we will discuss both this homework and the homework from the weekend, all parabolas together.